Yo, what's up? It's Lou from here today, and today's gonna be something a little different. Usually we do restock day today, but Mrs. Meat is actually gonna get tattooed today, and we're gonna do a manga review. So this is tattoos and manga reviews. All right, here we go.
Dude, I can't feel that at all.
So, hello everybody. We are tattooing Mrs. Meat today. And we are going to talk about manga and manga reviews and stuff like that. So I hope you guys stay tuned and enjoy. And if you like this series, please leave a comment down below. And yeah, let's get right into it. So recently, I got Mrs. Meat into Call of the Night, which is really good.
Wait, I think I picked it up, didn't I?
Yeah, but you weren't reading it, and then I started to read it.
Oh, well, yeah, it's great. I think it's one of my favorite mangas right now, purely because I love the girl, the girl in it, the vampire.
Natsuya?
Natsuya, yeah. I just like the way that they made her character like super goofy and like sup bro, like
Yo.
like, yeah. And it seems kind of like a new age kind of manga. Like they're not really like there's not really like formalities or anything, and yeah,
It's pretty good. The only weird part about it is I don't really get is she's 40 and he's 14.
See, I didn't know that. I'm not at that point where she
spoiler
says her
alert,
age.
my bad.
That's fine. It's not super spoiler alert for me because it kind of assumes that she is old because she's a vampire.
Yeah.
And usually when you think of vampires, you don't think of someone young. You think of like an ancient person. I do. It does bother me sometimes reading stories with like really young children.
Yeah, what's up with that, Japan? What
I mean, I get it. It's a whole thing. Like,
I guess their consent over there is different than here. But
yeah.
It's just kind of weird.
and you know, there's always like mangas are usually based in like high school students and stuff, which I don't really mind. I'd prefer it to be stories about adults when it comes to like romance and stuff, like Sweat and Soap. They're both like 30 years old and they're working in a company together.
And Rent a Girlfriend, they're of age too.
Yeah, Rent a Girlfriend, they're in college.
I know it's just it's a character that's like a, you know, I'm not gonna call it a cartoon.
Yeah.
But come on, it's still like you know.
Yeah, it's
if you
just
get that involved into something, you think you know who.
Yeah, but that's just our opinion. You know, a lot of people have different views on that, and that's okay. There's no harm in it or anything. Because when you are young and you're 14, you know, you do think about love and relationships and your first girlfriend, first kiss, and all that.
Yeah.
And it's like a great stories that come from that. But I think because we are older, like, you know, and we have kids and stuff, we like to hear stories more of like adult romance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you guys got any good adult romance ones, drop it down below. Sounds good.
Oh yeah, so we were watching Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro. And we
Fantastic manga, just really expensive for how small the volumes are. So we actually started the anime on that, and I highly recommend that. It's if you like Sweat and Soap, Rent a Girlfriend, anything like that, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
it kind of reminds me of Toradora. If you guys ever watched Toradora, highly recommend you watch that. I never found the manga of that one, but the anime was fantastic.
Yeah, I love the way they drew Nagatoro and like her
crazy eyes.
Yeah. I love it. And then Dandadan is great. I love it. Like, there's only 2 volumes out, huh?
Yeah, the third one drops next month.
Oh, I'm so excited for that. But the boy in Dandadan reminds me of the boy in Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro. Because they're both like nerdy and like they don't like sexual things and they're just like scared of it.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
It's kind of like me. Just kidding.
No. So what's what's a book that you want me to read?
I want you to read?
Yeah.
I want you to finish Berserk.
Oh yeah, I think I'm on volume 16. I think, like, you know, I was really into it. I was really into the movies
Yeah, the movies are good.
I loved the movies, and you know, just the story in general of Berserk is like just amazing. Like, and in the manga, it kind of like confuses you if you watch the movies first and then you pick up the manga. It kind of shows a couple of different things.
I know a lot of you guys know, but Berserk is kind of like Star Wars. It starts at the end, and then goes to the beginning, and then to the middle, back to into the end. It's crazy.
Yeah, but in the manga, there's different parts that you don't know that you don't see in the movie. Like in the very beginning, it's of the manga. I think he's already has the curse on him, and you know, if you watch the movies, it starts from the beginning of, you know, before he meets
Casca or
Griffith. Yeah. In the manga, you pick it up, and I think it's like the first page on the first one. He's like sleeping with this girl, and she turns into a demon.
Yeah, which you don't find. That doesn't even get brought up for a long
Yeah.
time. I'm sure everybody knows about Berserk.
I mean, it's still like an amazing story.
Yeah.
All in all, and I know there's a lot like after. What volume after does it does it start getting into the different arc that I haven't seen?
So volumes 1 through 3 are before the Band of the Hawk, and then you're into the Golden Age arc, which is from 3 to 13, and then you're back, and then that's when you meet the Skull Knight.
Oh, right.
While Loose Meat is getting down on Miss Meat, no pun intended. I'm reading this thing. It's very, very exactly what it says. Life lessons with Uramichi Oni-san. It's really good, but it's very depressing at times. Talks about adulthood and growing up, and he works with kids. He's trying to teach kids about adulthood, and it's a lot going on in this book, but it's really good.
He runs a TV show about it, right?
Yeah, and it's really good, but it's
So
shit.
like set in like a production.
Yeah, it's in a production room, and he's teaching kids about adulthood and jobs and all types of depressing shit. It's really good. And I got stuff on my hand, but yeah, I love this book. I love this
It's
book.
funny too because I can't get Ty into a manga haul with me anymore, but he can't avoid me here.
I'll do a manga haul. You know, stuff costs a little bit of bread. We on a budget here.
Yeah.
Look at Loose Meat running those lines. Look at that.
That's what I do, baby.
I taught him well, you guys. I taught him really well. How's it feel, Miss Meat?
I can't really feel it.
Can't feel it?
No.
Numbed up?
Mm-hmm.
That's
So
right.
I'm just about to finish Sweat and Soap on, I think, volume 11. And of course, this story unfolds how you expect it to when, you know, like, it's about like a couple and it's romance. So, you know, what it leads to, love and marriage and all that. So, and it's obvious because when I picked up the last book, the cover gives it away. If you look at the very last book, the very last volume, a lot of the points in the story are kind of like cringy because of her over anxiousness. The girl, the main girl in the story. And it's just kind of ridiculous because they both like love each other at that point, like where I'm at in the story at the end, and they still get like nervous around each other, and I think it's just really sweet.
It's kind of like me and Mrs.
Yeah,
Meat,
like there's still points in our marriage I think about, and I'm like, you know, I don't do certain things around him because I get anxious, because he still makes me feel like that in a good way, of course.
Yeah, not a bad guy. Also, oh, you want to go ahead? Honey?
No, I was gonna ask you, what are you reading right now besides the Blood on the Tracks and then the Goodnight Poo Poo?
Right now, I just got in the mail. You guys know that I'm a big, heavy Berserk fan, but there's a novel that I didn't know about that just came in, and I'm gonna start reading that when I get home today. But there's also a few that I really want to get into. I did pick up all Dr. Stone, so I'm gonna start reading that again because I did leave off at a certain point. But as of right now, I'm really stuck on Good Night Poon Poon, and
I actually wanted to pick up Dr. Stone again. I think I read books 1 and 2 like a couple weeks ago, just to kind of like refresh it a little bit. I think I left off on like volume 10.
oh, Mrs. Mead is actually reading Hell's Paradise right now.
Oh yeah, Hell's Paradise. I read the first book, and I'm reading the second one. It's really not like what I expected when I read the back of the book. And I read like the prologue or whatever it is called.
Yeah.
It kind of like didn't pique my interest, and then like I was just one day I was just like, you know, I'm just gonna pick it up and anything and like just read it, and it really caught my interest because of the woman.
Protagonist.
Yeah, the woman protagonist, or what is she? What are they called when
She's
samurai,
samurai,
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was really cool. I like her.
The only problem I have with Hell's Paradise is I get lost in the panels too much.
Yeah.
Really good, and I heard there's going to be anime adaptation soon, so I am looking forward to that.
Yeah.
So that one's going to be.
I think what you get confused on in the panels is because, you know, he'll like be up against like a whole bunch of people, and then the next panel they're all dead.
Yeah, that's.
And you kind of want to see like the action in between of like how he got to that point. So I get what you're saying.
Also, if you guys like this form of what we're doing, please leave it down in the comments below, and we will continue this series. And it's
I
kind of
got
nice just
lots
to.
of tattoos to
Yeah,
get. So.
it's kind of cool to tattoo Mrs. Mead. I never get to do this, so
Maybe like once a year.
once a year. Yeah. So
Yeah. But then on Monday, Manga Hall,
Monday manga hauls, baby.
mandatory. I actually want to pick up Your Turn to Die, Volume 3, because I didn't last time, and I was like kind of upset that I didn't because I read through 1 and 2 so fast.
Yeah.
And because it was just like it really sucks you in that story because they get kidnapped, right? And they end up on these beds. They find a way out to save both the two main people in the story. They both save each other, and then they get trapped in a hallway full of other people that they think they know. Maybe they have like some sort of correlation with, just like in Saw. Like I think Saw 6, there's like a bunch of people get trapped in a room together, and they are somehow connected by something like. There's in Your Turn to Die, there's a cop in it, and I'm assuming he like had done something wrong with one of the other people that are stuck in there, and yeah, it's just like super interesting. I think you would like it.
Alrighty, Mrs. Meat, let's check it out.
Josh's iPhone.
Okay. And we're continuing that. Just an old fix-up, but yeah, that's what we got today. Thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for listening to the reviews. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah.
Later, taters.
Later, taters.